Before we begin, I want to say this. This may not be a long video, but it's one that carries something important, especially if you've ever been woken in the middle of the night by a painful cramp in your leg. In the next few minutes, we'll gently walk through the real reasons why these cramps happen, and more importantly, what simple, natural changes can help ease them. If you're someone who's been quietly wondering, why does this keep happening? Then please, don't skip ahead. Every moment in this video is here for a reason. Each part is meant to give you clarity, comfort, and calm solutions you can begin using today. And if you find something helpful along the way, leave a comment to share your story, give this video a like, or subscribe to Healthy Senior Care TV. We're building a space where aging is honored and where feeling good, even as we grow older, is still possible. Let's begin. It always seems to happen when the world is finally quiet. You're deep in sleep. The house is still. No traffic outside. No ticking clock. Just silence. Then suddenly, like a bolt of lightning, a sharp pain shoots through your calf. You gasp. Your eyes snap open. One leg stiffens like a board, and you sit up, clutching it, groaning softly in the dark. It's 2 a.m. again. You rub your leg, you stretch, you breathe through the pain. Eventually it fades, and you lie back down, hoping it won't return before sunrise. But as you stare at the ceiling, a quiet question lingers in the back of your mind. Why does this keep happening? You didn't run a marathon. You didn't twist anything. Some nights you've barely moved at all, and still, the cramp comes. Is this just part of getting older? Is it something I ate or something I'm missing? Is it my medication or is it just life? No one ever warned you about this part. When people talk about aging, they mention gray hair, wrinkles, maybe a sore back, but not this. Not the sudden, breath-stealing cramps that sneak up in the middle of the night. The kind that leave you afraid to fall back asleep. The kind that make you question if something serious is going on inside your body. If that's you, you are not alone. In fact, millions of people, especially after the age of 60, experience these mysterious leg cramps. Some only once in a while, others every single week, and many like you don't know why. They ask their doctors, but the answers feel vague. It's common, just stay hydrated, try stretching, maybe even it's part of aging. But that doesn't help at 2 a.m. That doesn't bring comfort when your muscles lock without warning, and you're left wondering if something deeper is wrong. Here's the truth. Leg cramps are not random. They're not just in your head, and they're not always just part of getting older. In fact, many leg cramps come with clues, gentle signals from your body, asking for attention, for care, for balance. And the most hopeful part, in many cases, these signals can be soothed, not with complicated treatments, not with expensive drugs, but with small natural shifts in how you eat, move, and rest. Over the next few moments, we're going to gently uncover what might be behind your leg cramps and how simple changes can help you reclaim peaceful sleep. Because you deserve that. You deserve nights without fear, mornings without soreness, days without worrying about your next cramp. This video isn't about medical lectures or scary diagnoses. It's about understanding, about listening to your body with kindness, about rediscovering your strength one quiet step at a time. So if you've ever whispered, "Why me?" in the middle of the night, this is for you. Let's begin. How life slowly brings cramps. It doesn't happen all at once. One day you notice it while stretching in bed, just a slight tightness in the calf. Another time, You bend down to pick something up, and your leg muscles twitch without warning. Over time, those tiny signals become louder, sharper, harder to ignore, until eventually, they wake you at night. But cramps don't arrive like thunder. They creep in like a slow fog, built over years of habits, small imbalances, and changes you barely noticed. And the truth is, life itself often builds the perfect storm. Think back a few decades. Maybe you used to walk everywhere. You carried groceries upstairs. You gardened, danced, worked, played. Your body stayed limber because it had to. But now, maybe the knees aren't what they used to be. Maybe a hip aches when you move too fast. Maybe you've been told to take it easy, so you did. Less movement means less circulation, less stretching, less muscle memory. And over time, those quiet muscles become tense, vulnerable, and more prone to cramping. Then, there's the way we eat. Decades ago, people didn't fear salt. Meals were homemade, vegetables were fresh, and food still held many of the minerals your body needs, like magnesium, potassium, and calcium. But modern food? It's changed, even if you're eating healthy. Many foods today are grown in mineral-depleted soil, or they're processed, preserved, and stripped of the very nutrients that protect your muscles. Add to that the fear we've been taught: too much salt is bad for you. So we cut back, even when our body might be crying out for more. And hydration? It used to be simple. We drank water when we were thirsty, but now it's easy to go hours, maybe most of the day, without enough fluid, especially when tea or coffee are your comforts, which can quietly dry you out. A dehydrated body cramps more easily. A body low in magnesium and potassium, even more so. And yet, we rarely notice until we feel it. Then there are the medications. You trust your doctor. You take the pills. Maybe for blood pressure or cholesterol or thinning bones, but what you might not know is this: some of those very medicines can pull minerals out of your body or quietly affect your muscles. They're meant to help your heart, your bones, your brain, but your legs? They might protest in their own language. Now, none of this is your fault. You've done your best. You followed the advice. You tried to eat right. You took your prescriptions. But still, the cramps come. Sometimes during the night, sometimes during a long walk, sometimes right when you lie down to rest, and each time they whisper something's off, that your body is seeking balance. You may have noticed it's worse after being more active than usual. A long day on your feet, a surprise hike with the grandkids, even a few extra trips to the garden. Sudden movement, especially if you're not used to it, can tire muscles that haven't been stretched in a while, and tired muscles are more likely to cramp. That doesn't mean you should stop moving. But it does mean your muscles need a little more love, more preparation, more rhythm. And then there's circulation. As we age, our blood vessels slowly narrow. Blood doesn't flow as freely to the legs and feet. And with less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching those muscles, they grow more irritable, more prone to locking up. In some cases, it's just aging. In others, it may be early signs of something deeper, like a blockage or pressure in the arteries. But here's the good news. None of this is destiny. Cramps aren't a life sentence. They're a gentle reminder, a tap on the shoulder, that your body needs something small, something simple, something new. You don't need to live in fear of bedtime. You don't have to tense up every time you stretch your toes. The first step is recognizing how life, slowly, silently, built the conditions for cramps. The next step, learning how to gently unbuild them. One small habit, one glass of water, one bite of real food, one walk around the block. This isn't about becoming a new person overnight. It's about returning, little by little, to the natural balance your body has always known. We'll explore that next. But for now, take a moment, put your feet flat on the floor, roll your ankles in a slow circle, breathe, and remember, you're not broken. You're just adjusting, and your body, even now, is whispering the way forward. Sometimes we think of pain as the enemy. A cramp in the middle of the night feels like a punishment. It feels sudden, sharp, and unfair. And so, the natural instinct is to fight it, to fear it, to silence it. But what if a cramp is not an enemy? What if it's a message, a whisper from the body, not yelling, not accusing, but trying to tell you something important, something simple, something kind? Let's think of the body not as a machine, but as a garden. In youth, the garden often takes care of itself. The soil is rich, the roots are strong, the water flows naturally. You move freely, stretch without thinking, sleep without fear. But as time passes, the garden begins to change. The soil may dry a little. Some roots might grow stiffer. A few pathways of water may get blocked or slow down. The flowers still bloom, but now they need a little help, a little tending. That's what a cramp might be, a dry patch in the garden, a place where the muscle says, hey, I need something here. I need just a bit more care. Maybe it's salt. Maybe it's movement. Maybe it's blood flow. Maybe it's rest. Maybe it's just your body asking to be noticed. The beautiful part is, our bodies are not silent. They've been speaking all along. We've just been too busy, too tired. We're told that what we feel is just aging. But no, this isn't just about growing older. It's about growing wiser, realizing that a nightly cramp might not be random, but rather the result of patterns in how we eat, how we hydrate, how we move, how we rest. But no, this isn't just about growing older. It's about growing wiser, realizing that a nightly cramp might not be random, but rather the result of patterns in how we eat, how we hydrate, how we move, how we rest. Most people don't cramp because something is wrong with them. They cramp because something is missing. Maybe it's a mineral like magnesium or potassium. Maybe it's proper stretching after a walk. Maybe it's because their medicine is doing one thing, but taking away something else. Maybe it's because their medicine is doing one thing, but taking away something else. It's not about guilt. It's not even about blame. It's about noticing. Noticing the connection between how we feel and how we live. And here's where the shift begins. Instead of seeing your body as a list of problems to fix, what if you saw it as a story that's still being written? Every night, your body cramps. It's not yelling, you're broken. It's softly saying, can we change something together? That kind of shift changes everything. Because now, you're not waiting on doctors or pills or promises. Now, you're in partnership with yourself. You listen more closely. You walk more gently. You drink water before your muscles ask. You learn what foods make you feel good, not just full. And slowly, the cramps become less frequent, then softer, then gone. Some people believe health comes from hard rules, but often, especially as we age, health comes from gentle adjustments. This gentle approach nurtures the body like a well-tended garden. From being kind to your body, not commanding it. You wouldn't yell at an old violin when it goes out of tune. You'd tune it, slowly, with care. You'd listen, adjust, play again. Your muscles deserve the same, because they've carried you through so much. Through decades of walking, lifting, dancing, climbing stairs, holding children, working hard. They're not betraying you now. They're just asking for help, for balance, for a little more attention than before. And the beautiful truth? When you listen to your body, it listens back. It softens, it responds, it begins to trust you again. That's the shift, not from weak to strong, not from sick to cured, but from frustration to understanding, from pain to partnership. So the next time you feel that familiar cramp, take a breath before reacting. Ask gently, what are you trying to tell me? That question alone can start a healing journey. And the answers, they're closer, and simpler than you might think. Let's explore them together in the next part. 7. Calm adjustments that help healing doesn't have to be loud. Sometimes the most powerful changes are quiet. A small shift in the day, a gentle habit added, a little kindness shown to your body. When it comes to leg cramps, no one solution fits all. But over the years, many people have found relief not from one big fix, but from a combination of calm adjustments. Simple, natural things that bring the body back into rhythm. Here are 7 stories your body might be waiting to hear. For years, you may have been told, cut down on salt. So you did. You stopped salting your food. You chose low sodium labels. You told yourself it was safer that way. But your body, especially your muscles, have a different story. Salt isn't just flavor, it's essential. Without enough sodium, your muscles can't relax properly. They become tight, irritable, prone to cramping. You don't need to drown your meals in salt. You simply need to stop fearing it. Start small, a light sprinkle of real, unprocessed salt on your food. Not the kind that clumps in a plastic shaker, but salt that comes from ancient sources, untouched, mineral-rich, natural. Your tongue knows what tastes right. Your body knows what feels right. Let your food be brave again, and let your muscles breathe. Imagine your muscles like a tiny orchestra. They need the right minerals to play their parts. Without them, everything sounds off, and sometimes it cramps. 2 key players often missing: magnesium and potassium. Magnesium calms the nervous system. Potassium supports muscle function. Together, they help your legs move and rest in harmony. But here's the truth. Our modern diets, especially in processed foods, are often stripped of these minerals. Even with fruits and vegetables, the soil they're grown in isn't as rich as it once was. So how can you help? Gently add foods that nourish. Try a small bowl of dark leafy greens with dinner. A handful of nuts as an afternoon treat. Half a banana before your evening walk. Or even sipping warm bone broth in the evening full of quiet nutrients. And if your doctor agrees, a small supplement of magnesium, especially at night, might be just what your legs are asking for. These aren't magic pills. They're puzzle pieces. Give your body what it's quietly missing. You don't need to become a yoga master. You don't need to touch your toes, but you do need to move, gently and with meaning. Before bed, take 5 quiet minutes. Sit on the edge of the bed. Point your toes forward, then up. Roll your ankles slowly like painting circles in the air. Press your heel to the floor and reach your arms overhead. Let your breath follow the motion. Your muscles don't want to be punished. They want to be noticed. Inactivity stiffens them. Habitual sitting shortens them. And shortened muscles are more likely to cramp. So stretch like you're talking to them, and they just might relax. Many people take medication every day without thinking twice, and most are helpful, even life-saving. But some, especially those for blood pressure, cholesterol, bone loss, or even allergies, can quietly contribute to leg cramps. They may alter your electrolyte balance, or reduce circulation, or affect how your muscles contract. You don't need to stop them on your own, but you do need to ask. Call your doctor. Ask gently. Could this medicine be affecting my muscles? You're not accusing. You're participating, advocating, listening. Sometimes, just switching the time you take a pill or adjusting the dosage makes all the difference. Let your medicine work with your body, not against it. You don't need to run. You don't need to lift weights, but your legs need rhythm. They need walking, standing, shifting, climbing a few stairs, a stroll after lunch, a few steps during commercials. Movement isn't just exercise, it's circulation. It reminds your muscles they're alive. It helps blood flow, oxygen, nutrients, and it tells your nervous system, I'm still here. Even a short 10-minute walk each day, rain or shine, can begin to melt away the stiffness. You're not trying to impress anyone, you're just staying in tune. Dehydration doesn't always shout. It often whispers. A dry mouth, tiredness, headaches, or leg cramps. And by the time you're thirsty, your muscles may already be feeling it. So here's the adjustment. Drink before you're thirsty, not gallons, just sips throughout the day. Water helps minerals reach your cells. It keeps your blood flowing easily. It cushions your nerves. It hydrates your tissues. Try placing a glass beside your bed. Sip in the morning, a cup at lunch, a small bottle nearby when you read or watch TV. Hydration is not about chugging, it's about kindness. Most leg cramps are not dangerous, but if the cramps are sudden, severe, or only in one leg, if they happen every time you walk, if they're getting worse despite your efforts, it might be time to dig deeper. Sometimes, leg cramps can be a clue, a blocked artery, a pinched nerve in your lower back, a silent condition affecting your liver or your metabolism. These are not causes to fear. They're reasons to seek clarity. Tell your doctor what you've tried, what has helped, what hasn't, and ask for the right tests, an ultrasound, a circulation scan, a vitamin panel. You're not overreacting, you're taking ownership, and your peace of mind is always worth asking for. You don't have to try all 7 adjustments in one day. Just choose one. 1 glass of water, 1 ankle circle before bed, 1 sprinkle of salt on dinner, 1 walk after breakfast, 1 question for your doctor. Small steps create momentum, and momentum creates change. Your body is not working against you. It's reaching out. With every cramp, it's simply saying, "Help me feel whole again." Now you know how to respond with calm, gentle action, and most of all, with hope. Because relief isn't far away. It may begin with your next sip, your next stretch, your next decision to care. You deserve peaceful sleep. There's something sacred about the quiet hours of the night. The world slows down. The lights go dim. And in those moments, your body longs to rest, to heal, to recover, to be still. But when a cramp strikes in the darkness, that peace is stolen. Sleep becomes something to fear. The bed feels like a trap, and morning arrives not with energy, but with soreness and questions. If that sounds like your nights, you're not alone. And more importantly, you don't have to accept it. You deserve peaceful sleep, not just as a wish, but as a right. A kind of sleep where your legs rest softly, where you don't tense up in anticipation, where you drift off without worry and wake up feeling whole again. It begins with understanding. You now know that cramps are not random. They are not a punishment. They are not the price of growing older. They are messages. Gentle nudges from your muscles, whispers from a body asking for balance. And you've seen that balance can be restored, not with drastic changes, not with expensive treatments, but with calm, loving choices. A little salt, a little water, a little movement, a little trust in your own wisdom. This isn't a sprint. It's not about perfection. It's a return. A return to listening, to tuning into the quiet language of your body. Each step you take, each gentle change you make, is a step toward peace. So tonight, before you close your eyes, try this. Take a deep breath, stretch your toes, sip some water, place your hands on your legs, and say softly, "Thank you." For carrying you through every season of life, for walking, for climbing, for dancing, for standing strong even now. Let your body know that you're here, that you're paying attention, that you care. And then rest. You deserve it. Deeply, truly, completely. And if this message brought you comfort, share it. Someone you know is silently suffering. They too are waking in the night, wondering what's wrong. Let them know they're not alone. Leave a comment. Share your journey. Even one sentence might help another soul sleep better. And if you'd like to keep walking this path with us, subscribe. This channel is your safe space for stories for wisdom, for the kind of care that grows with age, not fades. You are not a problem to be solved. You are a person to be cherished. Sleep well tonight. You've earned it. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you've made it this far, I hope you're walking away with not just answers, but a sense of peace. A knowing that your body isn't failing you. It's simply speaking to you. And now, you know how to listen. If something in this video touched you, or if you've lived through leg cramps yourself, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Your story might help someone else sleep better tonight. And if you'd like to walk this journey with us, learning, growing, and caring for your body with compassion, subscribe to Healthy Senior Care TV. We'll be here with more gentle guidance to help you feel strong, steady, and well, one step at a time. Take care and sleep well.